Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How are we doing? We apologize for the false start there if you saw a live pop up and then close. As usual, YouTube wasn't playing nice, but we got it working again, so
everything seems to be up and running.
Should be good. And I think we may have made some traction on getting our Instagram stream fixed. We're gonna check and see. Nikki got an email. Looks like we might be able to do that again, and then we're also going to look into streaming on TikTok as well, since that's a big platform that a lot of people use. Let us know if you can see us and hear us okay. It looks like everything should be working because I'm seeing the captions on Facebook, which is usually an indication that audio
we are working.
Is good. So make sure you say hi, give us a wave, give us a like, let us know where you're watching from. How's the weather by you guys? As always, I'm Brian.
And I'm Nicole.
And we're from Factory Direct Craft Supply, a.k.a. FactoryDirectCraft.com. I apologize for my kind of rough appearance today. It's been a morning.
You've had a morning this morning.
It's been a morning. Sick kid and dropping the other one off at school because the sick kid couldn't take her to school like he normally does. And then rushing to get in here with not much time before
Isn't it
the
fun
live.
Being parents?
Yeah, right? It's great. It's great. So, yeah. So I think we're okay now. Now we're just trying to, now I just got to figure out how to get the younger one home from school today.
Hopefully your oldest will be fine.
I'm hoping that he'll be feeling better. Yeah.
In.
Hopefully he'll be feeling better by this afternoon. He can at least go and pick her up from school so she's not hanging around.
I can't believe he wasn't having any ear issues.
None.
Yeah.
None. He was complaining of a sore throat and a headache last night and during the night and this morning. So I ran him up to urgent care at 8. They did the throat culture, and then they did the COVID, flu.
Everything.
They did the throat swab, the nose swab, all that stuff. Negative for everything. And when the doctor looked in his ears, she was like, "Are your ears bothering you?" He's like, "No, they feel fine." She's like, "Because you have a really wicked double ear infection right now. That's probably causing all the congestion, which is causing the sore throat." And of course, he gets sick the day before he's got like a big travel soccer tournament this weekend and all that. So
always fun.
So then I'm also like, well, maybe I can get his antibiotics home on my lunch break and real life stuff.
Yep.
So how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there.
Good.
Crazy busyness, trying to get things planned with birthdays. Adley's birthday's coming up.
Yes.
And then we've got recital. We had pictures last weekend, which was a chore and a half because Adley had. She had like
shows, dances?
7 changes in costumes. She had.
That's a fortune just in pictures, let alone costume fees and.
I'm like, Adley,
all
do
that
you
stuff.
really want group pictures in every single one?
Yeah,
I do.
Of course.
I'm like, okay, well, this is fine, but we're going to have to start scaling it back because your sister is now in dance and she's got 2 dances here. I had everything lined up, worked. I had it all like organized, highlighted, what dress went with what. I thought Aniston was all done. She wanted to stay with me. It was like past lunchtime. And I see all these little girls dressed in her little Bluey costume because they're doing the Bluey theme song.
Okay.
And a woman comes in. She's like, Bluey, they'll be ready to get their pictures done here shortly. I'm like, oh no. Chris was sweet enough. He's such a good dad and helping take care of us. He brought us lunch. I sent her costumes with him. I'm like, I don't have her costume. I sent it with my husband.
Yeah.
So he had to race back.
I was going to say race back to...
Oh, yeah. It usually takes about a good 10, 12 minutes to get there. He got back in like 7 minutes. But we're good.
Hey.
But yeah.
Made it work?
May is busy.
Yeah.
May is so busy.
It's real busy.
Yeah.
Like nuts.
So
it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So let's see. Hi, Michelle. How you doing? Warm, sunny Florida.
It is supposed to be warm here.
Yeah, it's going to be warm here.
It's going to be lovely.
I love it, yeah.
I'm not liking what it's going to bring.
What do you mean?
Just more rain.
Is it supposed to rain more?
Storms and...
Probably next week, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope as long as we have nice weather through the weekend, I don't care.
Good morning, Linda. How are you?
Hi, Linda. Hi, Paul D. Paul D checking in on YouTube.
Yeah, thanks for checking
Speaking of YouTube, for everyone watching, we're trying to grow our YouTube channel. A big part of that is because we'll also be posting projects and all that kind of stuff. But as we mentioned, Facebook's live video policy is only going to hold our lives for I think 30 days or so.
30 days.
But they'll stay on YouTube, in perpetuity. So if you guys don't mind, when you get a chance, because I know everyone goes on YouTube at some point, scrolling over to our Factory Direct Craft YouTube page and just click subscribe, click like, help us grow that page because, that's going to, make sure our page stays up and running and you guys can continue to view these videos and all that, especially if Facebook does what it normally does and can give fits and all that stuff. Good morning, Carmen. I'm guessing it's warm down by your part of Florida as well. Hi, Debbie. How you doing? Hey, Kat. Very windy here. Interesting. I hadn't heard anything about any winds coming this way, but odds are it's probably going to end up coming here. So,
yep, probably.
Linda, it's a beautiful day in Pennsylvania. Glad to hear it. It's beautiful here too, Linda, so you should be good for a couple days. Hi, Colleen. How you doing? Where are you from? Let's see. We still got some people rolling in here. So this morning's question, Nikki thought of a good one. It's, what started your crafting addiction, crafting love? How did you get into crafting? And what was your first project? Whether it was something you started doing as a kid, or maybe, some people get into pick up new hobbies later in life and things like that. But what started your love of crafting and what was the first thing you kind of worked on? So Kathy is saying, how can we help you, Kathy? Let us know.
Yeah, how can we help you?
If it's in regard to an order or anything like that, you can certainly shoot us a message or send an email to info@factorydirectcraft.com.
Yeah, we would love to help.
Kat said, love the ribbon flag. The ribbon I ordered had the same idea. Oh, nice.
Oh, good.
Awesome. Oh, yeah, that was the one that you showed last week?
Yeah, good. I'm so glad you liked it.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So, and we have a bunch of ribbons that we'll get here because I know you guys were. Hi guys, Facebook's being crazy.
Oh no, why is Facebook being crazy?
If you guys are on Facebook, if you're having any issues, let us know. Right now, it looks like everything should be okay.
Yeah.
But definitely let us know. If you guys are having any Facebook issues. I don't know if there's any kind of lag or audio issues. I haven't brought up. Here on my phone. I know Nikki's got it on her laptop. Fine. Seems okay, but that doesn't mean it's not causing fits on the viewer end. So definitely let us know. Nikki, you got any good projects or anything coming up? Anything cool?
Yeah, I've got a couple things that I'm still working on. I think I'm going to today I'm going to make a quick bee project that kind of goes with what I kind of posted yesterday, which I will show that off. But it's going to take like a wood slice and taking heart cutouts. Okay. We have rustic heart, like I don't know if it's called like a folk heart, but it's not like it's a wonky heart. It's not like the perfect one. But anyways, you glue that on top of in the back of the wood slice, and that's the wings for the bee. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
I'm excited to work on that one today. But I did make this cute little project this week. It took me some time. I don't know why I had an issue trying to figure out what to put on this, but it came out super cute.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So this was the idea that I took. I didn't paint this side, but our egg wood cutouts, it comes in like 3 pieces. And then I took our doll house, which is called like a honeycomb, and Mod Podge that on there. And just went over it slightly with some white paint and added some cute accessories to them. We have these cute little bees, and we have this bee that came on like a pick of 2. So yeah, I thought it turned out super cute.
That is cute.
And the sad thing is we have these awesome like wood stands for the cutouts. It fits perfect.
Oh, nice.
With these cutouts. Unfortunately, they're out of stock.
I know. There was an episode a while back where we showed I think it was the one where we did all the wood cutouts and we showed these. And then, like, for the next week, we sold a bunch of them.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know how to stand this up. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. We have those stands.
Yeah.
And I went to go, I made a video of how well it fits. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go.
And we do have more on order.
We do, yes.
So
they are coming.
Yes. Yes, they are.
I was like, oh,
and,
no.
I think we do officially have more of the Sedums.
Do we?
Coming.
Why did I? Oh.
Chris, are they coming?
They should.
If you're watching.
I thought they were here already. I was like, why didn't I not hear this?
Oh, maybe they. No, I didn't think they were here already. I think it was just last week. I think we came across more.
Yeah.
I think it was like 60 something or 48 or 60 pieces. I don't
know. It's a smaller order.
It's a smaller order, yeah, because it's what one of our vendors had on hand.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully it'll still kind of hold some of you guys over until we actually get the ones actually made. Yeah. So, oh my gosh, you have so many comments. Let's try to catch up.
I did see.
Colleen said right down the road from us. Okay.
I'm so glad that you caught us.
Yeah, we got to that one. Facebook. Oh, Cookie said trying to comment and it goes on other posts. Is it going on like other people's comments within the live, or is it going on like other posts on our Facebook? Let us know. We might be able to help you out with that. So Linda said, my mom and I made macaroni necklaces when I was very young.
It just kind
of, yeah, we did those with the kids when they were young too. I remember those. Suzanne, good morning from North Carolina. Hopefully it's nice and sunny in North Carolina as well. Kat said, so everything's working okay there. Michelle said, there used to be kits that you had a subscription in the mail. Her mom got a subscription and would rush home from school so we could craft together. 60 years later, remember, oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's great. That's
awesome.
Fun.
Good morning, Adrena. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Adrienne said that was your project. Everyone's kind of saying your project was cute, adorable, super cute. That's so pretty. Good morning, Gloria. How you doing?
Gloria, I wanted to show you. I didn't know if you got to see the bee cutout, the bee project that I just did, but I thought I'd show you a little bit of it. I just posted the reel. I'm working on the written instructions, so I'll be posting a blog here soon.
Michelle said, I missed what you said was coming. Some more of the Sedums.
Sedum.
That's Carmen on YouTube. Okay.
Oh, Carmen.
Oh, then
Carmen.
Carmen knows how to comment on here. So her Facebook might be acting goofy. So it seems like it's okay for everyone else, Carmen. But we'll certainly let us know. But glad you got on either way. And as we mentioned, Carmen is in the comments. Carmen's on YouTube right now. For those of you who joined late, when you get a chance next time you're looking up craft stuff or whatever on YouTube, go to our Factory Direct Craft YouTube page and hit subscribe. We're trying to grow that there because that way the bigger that page gets, one, more people will see it, and two, our lives will stay there forever until we delete them. Facebook, they're only going to be staying for 30 days. So Colleen said, I use junk around the house to make things for my Barbie's house. That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Still have some of my creations that my granddaughter has. I started sewing clothes for dolls at a very young age. Very cool. That's awesome. Suzanne said, again, I started a 4-H
club
sewing. Okay, very cool. Awesome.
That's one thing I can't sew.
You can't sew?
I cannot sew.
Yeah.
I mean, I sew. I have to sew for my girls and do stuff, but it's not pretty. It's not pretty.
The extent of my sewing abilities is like I can maybe tack up the hem on a pair of pants that's come out, something like that. But I remember in 8th grade, back when kids used to have to take home ec class.
Oh, those were so much fun.
I don't think I do anymore, but
no, they don't. I don't think so.
You had a quarter of wood shop and then a quarter of home ec.
Yeah.
Everybody had to do both. Excelled in wood shop. Home ec. We had to learn how to do cross stitch.
Yeah.
On that, we had to learn how to sew like a carry bag, like a tote, and then we had to cross stitch something on there. And I know my mom and dad still have the key rack I made on the wall in wood shop. Fairly certain she doesn't have the bag.
Oh, I'm sure she
probably
has.
Somewhere.
She has.
But sewing is.
No.
I remember trying to learn how to use a sewing machine, and my mother-in-law is one of those people that can actually go to Joann's and get a pattern and actually make the clothes. My mother-in-law made dresses for my wife and so if we need something actually sewn, it's give it to Eileen. She's got 7 sewing machines.
I'll pass it down to some friends or family.
Yeah. Kat said starting started crafting when I helped with summer Bible school years ago. Okay, very cool.
That's good.
Adrena said my Facebook is acting up too. I can see other comments. I can't see other comments coming in.
That's strange.
Okay. Yeah. So
That's
it sounds like
Facebook for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So as long as you guys can hopefully watch. And again, if Facebook's acting up, just jump over to our YouTube because we're also streaming on there, and we can see your comments on in real time on the YouTube. As like I said, Carmen switched over there. But yeah, unfortunately, if you're on YouTube, you're not going to be able to see the Facebook comments coming in because they're platform specific. We can just see both because we can see whatever's just coming across all the platforms. So Linda said I can mend but not. So yeah, I'm the same way. I can kind of fix something if need be.
Yeah, that's what I do. I can fix.
Yeah. Don't ask me to actually
it's not gonna be pretty.
Something. So good morning, Meg. How you doing? Gloria said my granddaughter made her Holy Communion this past Sunday. Oh, that's awesome! Congratulations. Yeah, it's that time of year.
Yes, it is.
Communion season is upon us. So, and for those of you who are joining us late, that are just getting here, our question for today was, what started your crafting love, crafting addiction, and what was your first project? So, Kat said sewing is fun. I'm a seamstress. First, crafter second. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, then we'll send if I need some stuff,
your way.
We're gonna send it your way, Kat. Because if somebody put a sewing machine in front of me and a spool of thread and said, get this all set up to sew. I would have no idea what to do. I'd have to go to YouTube and watch a video and try
and
to
then
follow
I still
along.
wouldn't do well.
Meg said I love sewing. I can make basic skirts and shirts without a pattern.
Glad
That's
we
awesome.
Have plenty of you people.
A lot of you guys are well versed in sewing, much more so than myself and Nichole. Apparently.
Yeah. So. No, we cannot do it. Yeah, I never. I mean, I crafted when I was a kid, but not. I don't know what began it. I think working here. I started working here. I started kind of. Sherry had me do a couple crafts, turn something into something, and then all of a sudden, just trying to make more blogs and it just kind of took off from there. And I'm like, because I always wondered, my dad, he can paint. Yeah. He has so much talent. He is one of those people that he can teach himself anything. Mm-hmm. My brother got it too. And I'm like, why don't I get this crap? Yeah. They can teach themselves, how to play guitar by themselves. Mm-hmm. Anything they want to learn, they will learn. Yeah. And he can draw people and the mystical creatures and all that stuff. I remember watching him paint when I was younger. I'm like, why didn't I have this? Yeah. I'm like, I don't get any of this. And I started crafting. I'm like, I guess I just never really
I was just saying,
put any time in trying. And because
your crafts are awesome. So obviously there's talent there.
Yeah, and then I started drawing for my kids. I'm like, I guess I do have it. I just don't try.
Yeah. I mean, I just started doing woodworking stuff with my dad from a really young age. Yeah. My dad was an accountant, but he was one of those people that was like, well, we need to build a deck on our new house, and I'm not going to pay someone, so I'm just, and this is back in the 80s when you would just, go to the library and get a book on how to build a deck, and he would just teach himself how to do it. And he, basement, he wanted to finish the basement of the house, so he learned how to do framing and hang drywall and all that stuff. So from a young age, I was always right there helping him out, and my mom has pictures of the first deck he built, and I have on the big belt with all the nails, and I'm handing him nails and screws.
That's awesome.
And all that. And then once I got to be 7 or 8, he started kind of teaching me how to use power tools and all that kind of stuff. And it's gone from there. So let's see. Let me get where we leave off. I think it was with Kat right here sewing. Kat, and then Meg said
the basic skirts.
Did we get that one down? Yep.
And then Adrena said she's been crafting since she was a kid. I started with scrapbooking. Mm-hmm. One time I made a top and skirt out of recycled items like newspaper. That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Did you wear it?
Yeah, did you? Yeah, was it wearable?
I've seen people do this. They have taken recycled material and they've made clothes out of it. And actually wore them. Did you wear them? That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Meg said my first craft I learned was embroidery. Okay. A lot of sewing. Gloria said I can't use a sewing machine, but I can definitely work a needle and thread like nobody's business. Good for you.
That's well beyond. Like I said, I can kind of tack up a pair, fix the hem in a pair of pants crudely, and that's about it. Linda said, we didn't have craft stores when I grew up, so you had to use what you had.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's true.
Cheryl said, hand sewing and knitting made a very long scarf. Very cool. I'm not sure what that video
Suzanne,
is.
did you send, is it a sewing video? To teach us how to sew?
I'm wondering if that's what it is. It's probably a machine. It's probably on how to, spool up a sewing machine or something that I don't know how to do. Adriana said she wore the skirt.
You did wear it.
That's funny.
I want to see pictures of this.
Yeah, Adriana, send Nikki some pictures of that.
I want to see it.
We're curious about the...
That's awesome.
A skirt made out of... I don't even know how you would, turn like newspaper and chip bags into a skirt. But pictures or it didn't happen. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, well, real quick before we get to last week some of you guys asked about ribbon and stuff. This week's one and done. So we have this. It is a set. It is and it comes with. Get a mason jar with a galvanized handle with a lid.
It's showing off a little bit more.
Yeah. Go ahead while I get the other part out.
So you got a galvanized lid.
Yep.
Nice mason jar.
Mm-hmm. So
we used to sell a lot of these.
It's a ball jar. And then the other part it comes with, the second part, is a second jar with a second galvanized lid, and it has a soap pump. So I'm not going to untwist and unlock it, but we have a soap pump and collar. Hello, Aniston.
Hi, Aniston.
So it is a 2-piece set. I did not even know I did not get a chance to look at what we're selling it for.
I did not either. Do we?
I can give you an item number.
Oh, is that a picture?
Item number GJS.
GJS.
Yes, it is a 2-piece. Again, this is the last set we had. We had a bunch of them, sold a bunch. So we're down to this last one. It will come well packaged and, it's nice and bubble wrapped and stuff. So, would you bring,
she brought me her Squishmallow nice. So I can cuddle it while I'm on the live.
There you go.
She has been doing, she's been reverting a little bit with her sleeping. Waking up like a newborn. I mean, anywhere from 3 to 12 times a night. I have not been getting any sleep. So, we have...
got the
since
Squishmallow.
then, we have, told her if she can sleep and do very well, if she gets like 7 flowers. Yeah. I printed out like a Target logo, put it on her wall. I'm like, and then flowers. I'm like, if you get 7 flowers, then you get a trip to go to Target and pick out some toys.
Nice.
So she picked out this Squishmallow.
Excellent.
And a Bluey book. So I'm like,
there you go.
I had to do something. I'm like, I was not getting any sleep. I mean, I was running on low. I'm like, I feel like I had a newborn again.
Yeah.
But she's doing great. She is wonderful.
Good.
She's a great kid. We just have some issues with sleeping, but she's doing wonderful.
Yeah. My kids went through that too. They had phases where all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like they couldn't sleep and they were getting up every 30 minutes. So, yeah.
That first child, she did great. I had no issues.
Yeah.
But you know what?
$650 for this set, I believe. Correct?
Yes,
it is. Meg, it is glass. Those are actual Ball brand mason jars. Mm-hmm. So the regular standard, I think pint sized standard Ball jars. So. Let's see.
It looks like Michelle.
Michelle said, when I was 5, my mom took me to the smoke store and bought me pipe cleaners and less crafting. Oh yeah, there's a zillion things you can do.
You can do so much
with chenille stems. Gloria's asking Cheryl if she's related to Justin Bieber. That'd be crazy. Carmen said, I started in 3rd grade making tissue flowers. Oh, so Suzanne shared a link to our live. Thanks, Suzanne. That way, if anyone else is having problems with the Facebook stream, you can jump to YouTube. Thank you, Suzanne. We appreciate that. And we appreciate you sticking around through YouTube. A couple weeks ago we had some knuckleheads in there, but now if there's any knuckleheads, we have moderators. They'll just delete your comments. You'll be banned. We won't have to worry about stopping lives or anything like that. So, Adrienne said, I'll have to find my old camera.
Yes, you have to. I want to see it.
You need to.
I started in 3rd grade making tissue flowers. Oh, I used to do those.
Yeah. Use the ones where you would take the tissue, put on the pencil, and then stick it down on a dot of glue and all that.
When I was little, I had some doll furniture and all that stuff, but my mom's like, we don't have to go buy it. You can make it.
Yeah.
So I did get creative, and I started making beds out of paper.
We did that too.
Yeah.
Beds and chairs.
Yeah, and chairs and all that stuff. Just fold it up, and I made like a nice bed and made horse stables out of boxes and all that stuff. Yeah.
Cheryl said no relation to Justin Bieber.
No,
That's
darn.
Okay. That's okay. Meg said my grandson gave me a squishmallow when I was fighting cancer with hug my head. Aw.
That's perfect.
That is perfect. Yeah, my daughter has some, and she, was from, especially from when she was a little bit younger, but yeah, they are fun to squeeze and all that. So Carmen said my daughter did the same. So I got her a teddy and put my perfume on it. Oh, that's a great idea. So when she go up, it smelled like her mom. That's awesome. Oh,
that's a good idea.
Thank you. Great idea.
I will try that.
Yeah.
We are now trying.
And any update on the crosses, Gloria? We have 2 containers on the water right now. So the first one, I think is supposed to be here maybe next Friday.
Next Friday.
Maybe this Friday. It's coming soon. Because
if you got Pam, if you hear
Pam and I were joking the fact that it would come here like on a Friday when there's like 3 of us here.
Yeah.
And like
it usually does.
Yeah, it'll probably get here and like me and Pam and Chris and Garrett will have to unload the whole container ourselves. Fun fact about our paper mache containers, if you saw one of the videos that we posted a while back where I set my phone up like way on top of like one of the the shelves like 20 feet up, and we did a really quick time lapse of unloading a container. Paper mache containers, those boxes are not on pallets, so we cannot quickly unload it. They stack them, the boxes floor to ceiling, front to back, so every box has to be hand unloaded. So when they get here...
You guys got a good system, though.
We've got it done. We've been doing it long enough now that, even with, 4 people, we can get it done. So, but yeah, Gloria, they'll be here...
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully no more than a month at most. And as we talked about, I'll as soon as I see them here, I will reach out to you and let you know. You can let me know how many you are needing. So I'll get them to you first, since they started out as a special order for you. I want to make sure that you get the amount that you needed for your order. Before we throw them on the site and they potentially sell out faster than we'll you can jump on and order them. So yeah, you'll get yours first. So. Beyond that, so last week, I forgot who had asked about ribbons.
I can't remember, but we got a lot.
But then a couple people chimed in and also said they wanted to see some. So we'll try to grab. I understand that small ribbons don't make for the best background, so it's probably hard to see what we have back there. Oh, before the ribbons,
I've got something exciting.
Lamella biscuits.
We got our biscuits in.
We got 3 sizes, I think?
Yes. 4 sizes.
Oh, 4 sizes.
4 sizes of our biscuits.
Yes.
Gosh, those came quick. I was so excited.
They did get here real fast.
Yeah. I told Pam, I said, we need them. And guess what? A week later, we got them. It is great. We have 4 different sizes. They are on our What's New page, and I can put, I don't know, are they on the link for today's show?
That I don't know. I know they're on What's New. I don't know if they went into...
See. I don't know if they put... they are not.
No, so they're on the What's New page.
Yes, so you can go on the What's New page, and you will see these on there. And I think we do have a package that is an assorted sizes as well, so you'll get many different sizes.
Yeah, we have different options. So
excited about that.
Meg said, "I love the video of the craft escape room."
Oh, wasn't that fun?
Live there. I just need a glue gun.
Did you see that?
People. No, I have not.
I just, they make all these silly videos on Reels, and I saw somebody do it at a floral list, and it was like something about like this escape room is really hard. I'm not going to get out of here. And then there's a person that comes in and chimes in and says that it's a bookstore.
Oh,
but I turned down the volume a little bit, and I put it as as our place, and I put our craft warehouse.
Yeah.
Being stuck in our escape room.
Yes.
It would be amazing.
Yes, absolutely. Gloria said I make sunflowers with the biscuits.
Yes, yeah. I'm excited. That's what I saw.
Adrena is all high-fiving happy for the biscuits.
I saw people make Christmas trees out of them, and there's a lot of things.
I had no idea that was a thing. I have bags of those, and I use them for woodworking, but I never.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. I never thought to use them.
I've seen them all over the place.
For crafts and stuff. Well, let's talk some ribbon.
Yeah.
So in addition to, we'll start with the stuff we have on the table, because we have a zillion different ribbons back there. You'll see links to all of them. Really popular right now. We mentioned Deco Mesh. We have in a lot of different sizes. A ton of different colors. The stuff is great for, you can use it as filler, you can use it to wrap stuff, you can use it to make on a wreath. I know my wife's used it on a wire form where she kind of poofs it and she's done wreaths with it. And all different colors for different seasons. They make amazing
angel skirts. Really?
Okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
I could see that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I try to get a variety of the ribbon. We have so many. I didn't pull any of the basic. The gross grain, or I can't remember.
Gross grain?
Yeah. I didn't pull any of the, the basic kind of ribbon. But I did pull a lot of seasonal type ribbon. So we have this cute little bee.
Bees
ribbon.
are a thing right now.
They are huge. And this cute little lace yellow ribbon. I don't know where to show it.
There you go. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. So this, I think we've got this in a couple of different colors too. But they work great with it. And I didn't know. So this summer, strawberries are huge. Strawberries are everywhere.
Big time.
Did you know that? I did not know that.
A lot of people have been buying them, or artificial strawberries.
So we have this cute little strawberry ribbon, and we have these strawberry
picks, yeah.
We have these picks. We have them in bushes. We have them in just single. We have them in separate.
We have the loose artificial strawberries. Yeah.
So I did not know. I guess I'm behind on the trends. Normally I'm not.
They can pop up quick.
They can.
I mean, all it takes a lot of times is one influencer on Pinterest to post something, and everybody wants to do it.
Yeah, but strawberries are huge this year, so I thought I'd bring some of these in.
Michelle said I had a kitchen with strawberry wallpaper about 40 years ago. That's funny.
That would be perfect right now.
So Meg said kids will love the biscuits. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've got lemons. We've got 2 different lemon ribbons. I only brought one in.
I feel like fruit in general is popular right now, because when I've been helping the warehouse, I've been picking a lot of lemons, limes, a lot of strawberries.
Yeah, I picked a lot of strawberries.
A lot of summer fruit seems to be.
Yeah, they're always huge.
Meg said cure ribbons, and the bee is super cute. I just painted a strawberry sign.
Did you? I'll have to make a strawberry sign.
We have this in a lot of colors and all that.
We
This is just lace.
It's just a trim.
Yeah, it's just lace ruffle trim. It's it's maybe 1.5 inches or so, and it's just wound around here. We have a lot of different colors.
I don't know. We do sell a lot of them, but I don't think a lot of people know that we have those. And with making your clothes or doll clothes,
absolutely,
that would be perfect for your trims.
Absolutely.
Does anyone have good tips on how to paint biscuits? I'm not really quite sure. I haven't tried it yet, but I would think you should be able to just
standard acrylic paint, craft paints, like the apple barrel paints that we sell should be fine.
Because these are there's nothing on them. They're natural. There's no sealer. Or
they're not. Yeah, they're not sealed. There's no varnish or anything like that.
Nope.
There's no clear coat. They're just natural wood.
Yeah. So if you any acrylic paint will be just fine. If you want to seal it, you can use Mod Podge and seal it. But have you had issues painting the biscuits before?
Yeah, definitely let us know. You could even spray paint them if you wanted to. You'd have to paint one side, and then you want us to dry us, flip it over, and spray paint them again. I would try to avoid any paints that are really watery, really water-based, because generally those are made of a plywood, and if they get too wet, they're going to warp, and that ply is going to start to split. So definitely acrylic paints would be fine. Again, you could use spray paints as long as you do just light passes. Because with spray paint, if you get too close, you put it on too heavy, it can get real watery.
I wonder if once you paint it and you take a hairdryer to it, it will help limit.
I probably wouldn't take a hairdryer to it because it's plywood. Because you don't want to heat up that glue in between the layers of ply.
Well, I'm glad I'm finding this out now before I start my crafts with it.
I would use regular acrylic paint. I wouldn't water it down or anything. No. Just like the apple barrel paint, standard acrylic craft paints.
Looks like Kat says use a sponge with a tapping motion.
Oh, okay.
Good to know. I will keep that in mind while I am working on those.
Carmen said those trims are gorgeous. Most of my ribbons are from you. My angels thank you. Oh, thanks,
good. Carmen. Yeah, we have so many ribbons and trims.
Do the biscuits expand like furniture biscuits? I know those are designed when you put glue in them, they expand. I don't believe those ones do. I believe they're just standard.
I can do a little test on them.
Well, yeah, we can put them. We can find out. So, yeah, there are certain kinds for furniture that when you put like a water-based wood glue on them, they'll actually cause the wood to swell up to seal that. The standard wooden ones, like the ones I use for joining wood, do not expand. There's I just have a little jig and a special bit that I use that just cuts the slot, and then you just kind of hammer the biscuit in, and then you push your other piece in.
I guess I'm not woodworking. I didn't even know these biscuits were actually a thing for woodworking.
That's actually what they were made for. Is joining corners on chairs, tables. Yeah, you cut the slot. Put a little bit of wood glue in there, you put your biscuit in, you cut your slot on your opposite end, you force them together so when you glue the whole edge, then it actually has a piece that joins the two pieces of wood.
Look, I've learned something new today.
Yeah, that's why when you guys talk about biscuits, I'm like, because they're actually called like lamella biscuits, and that's what they're actually called in woodworking.
Interesting.
And I asked me, I'm like, are we talking about like lamella biscuits? She's like, yeah. I was like, people use those for beyond woodworking?
There's so many.
And apparently that's a whole thing. Yep. So... Michelle, I don't believe those ones would expand. However, because they're unfinished wood, if they get really wet, they will swell up and then your ply can come apart and all that kind of stuff. So,
well, I'm glad I learned this before I started doing my crafts and then have to
Gary Susan Farlow said, painting by hand one at a time has worked for me. We'll try spray painting. Good to know about no heat. We'll try sponge tapping. Yeah. Anytime you have anything plywood, you generally don't want to apply heat to it because it'll heat up that glue in between the layers and then it'll all start to split. So, Michelle said I haven't used them yet, but I know my dad used them in furniture making. Yeah. That's everything I've used it for is woodworking related. So, what else we have? We got all kinds of stuff to
I
show
did
off.
pull some of these. We've got these. I know we've got different galvanized. Floral hanging baskets or whatnot, but this is a wall hanger, which is great. It's nice and flat on the side. It's got like 5 or 6 little pockets. Great for greenery. I know a lot of people use these to put them in bathrooms, and just put little fake greenery in there. Succulents outside. You can put them outside. I know they're. This year, I think they've been making a lot of different floral hangers for your walls outside and everything like that. So I thought that was a cute thing to show off.
Yeah, Meg said, now I'm hungry for biscuits. You and me both.
Me too.
I did get hungry from all that biscuit talk. Obviously, with Memorial Day, 4th of July coming up, all kinds of different, patriotic... Yeah, that is a one long ribbon piece of deco mesh. That's red, white, and blue. Yep. We have American flag ribbons. We have red star ribbons. We have this neat one that's burlap with stars, red and blue. We've got the classic farmhouse red truck.
Yeah.
This guy is
he's pulling a camper.
Pulling a camper, and also may or may not be shooting off fireworks out of the bed of the truck. Check with your local laws to see if that's legal or not. Not permissible in all areas. It is where I live, but not everywhere else. So, gosh, what
all those. I know these are popular.
Yeah.
Good morning, Becky.
Hey, Becky, how you doing? Washington
Thanks for joining us.
So we've showed kind of these off a little bit before. I think you used them in one of your
I use them a lot, honestly, for almost every craft.
Yeah, these are What are these even made of?
They're just like linen.
They're just linen? Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're just linen. We have them in red. We have them in black. We have them in gray. I believe we have some in blue.
Yep.
I haven't seen this. Denim ribbon?
Yeah, it's really nice. It is really nice.
This is denim ribbon, as you guys can see. So, yeah. This looks like a pair of, nice warm pair of your favorite blue jeans. Gosh. We have so much I haven't even seen all of it.
Christy, hi. How are you? Thanks for joining.
Hi, Christy. Got some new folks joining us this
permanent
weekend.
Ribbons glory. Yes, you're in the territory.
You're in my territory of Ribbons glory. Yes. Yes.
Lots of ribbon. We got lots.
All of the ribbons.
We got lace.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I don't know if this is easy. But this is a nice long piece of your lace ribbon. You can cut it up. Use it for many different items.
That's an ivory color. I think that paper is just kind of there to so they could attach the end of the lace onto something without taping it onto the actual lace itself. So yes,
but this is an ivory color. We do have it in white. We do have some in black as well. But many things that you can do with those.
Oh yeah.
But
Chrissy, no worries. No worries. You can always catch what you missed later on replay when the show will be on. And as we mentioned, when next time you're YouTubing dinner recipes, craft stuff, home projects, whatever, go over to our Factory Direct Craft YouTube page and certainly throw us a subscribe. We're trying to grow that page because that's where all of our videos will stay indefinitely. Nikki also posts projects there. We have some little new product features, things like that will go up on YouTube as well. So. Meg said, I have so many ribbons and I always need more.
I actually cleaned my craft room yesterday.
A lot of ribbons?
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to display them so I know exactly what I have.
Yeah.
Because then I realize that I have multiple of some ribbon. Sorry. But
we'll have that.
Yeah. But you
do so many projects over all these years.
Yeah.
Stuff's gonna accumulate.
I just I'm sharing it with my kids, their playroom, their, schoolroom where they do their homework while I'm working. Yeah. So I was cleaning that yesterday and I'm like, I don't know how to display all these ribbons. I know the dowel rods where you can kind of spool them on there. I need to find a little bit better.
My wife, every once in a while, she'll just go through stuff, and then everything that she isn't going to use anymore, will go in the basement in the arts and crafts closet for Maddie and her friends and stuff like that. So hopefully it'll at some point get reused.
Yep.
Christy said, I store them rolled flat on chipboard. That's a great idea.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that
idea. Very good idea. Meg said, I forgot the YouTube page. Yeah, no worries. And the other thing with YouTube is, today for some of our viewers, Facebook's giving them fits so they can jump over to YouTube and
makes it nice.
Still, Carmen and all that can still, chime in on the show and watch and all that. So,
use clothes hangers. I could do that. That's a good idea because where I store everything, it is in a little closet. So I do have a rod. That it's just there.
Kat uses a shoe rack on wheels from Walmart. Interesting.
Okay.
A lot of good ideas here for storage and organization.
I just need you guys to come over and help organize. I am not good at organizing stuff. I got started yesterday and then I was like, why did I do this? Why did I do this to myself? And then Adley gets home and she's needing to do homework and I'm like, I am knee deep and there is crafts everywhere. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Colleen said metal gutters hold ribbons. That's a great idea.
What is it?
Metal gutters, from Home Depot, because it's basically just a U-channel. And you can sit there and just nail them or screw them to a wall or a pegboard. Yeah, a pegboard. That's a fantastic idea. That's one of those things you don't think about.
Hey, Chris, you want to do that for me?
Somebody mentions it, you're like, oh my gosh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a great idea. Thanks, Michelle. Michelle gave us a thumb, subscribe to the YouTube page. We appreciate that. Meg said, I have them in a big drawer by color. That's organization.
Then I have them in a bin, and it works, and I try to organize them, and then when I do my crafts, and then they get all over the place, and then, it just makes a big mess.
Carmen and Christy are on their way to help you out.
Please.
Christy said, I can do others, but can never do my own.
Come, please. I need help.
Debbie uses a basket with rods in it. That's a great idea, too. Chris is not enthused.
Oh, why not? I gotta have it organized for work.
Probably because it's one more project on top of whatever other stuff he has to do around the house.
But this helps work. So. I do all my crafts for work, so it is very needed. I'm trying to find dressers. I'll leave that to you to nag him into doing that. So I'm sitting this one out. Linda said I try to organize, but find things I want to play with. Yeah. I can see that. I do the same thing.
I can see that. I think part of it too, like for me, for organization is, like where I have my tool bench and all that stuff. I know where everything is, so it stays organized. But then it's like, my son's like, oh, I need to go get a screwdriver. I'm like, if I let him grab one, I will never see it again because he won't remember where he left it. So part of it is, keeping little young hands away from your. So, Chris, I would rather you angry clean.
I do angry clean.
I angry clean too.
When Chris.
My wife will nag me to do chores, and then I'll get like mad at the kids about something, and I'm just like, I'd start unloading and reloading the dishwasher. And
when I am in a mood, everybody gets in their moods, and then I start cleaning, and Chris is like, stay away. Stay away. Yeah. Just let your mom do anything.
Angry cleaning is a real thing.
It is, but it's very productive. It is very productive.
And then I guess, through the cleaning process, your anger subsides by the time you're done.
It does.
You feel better.
Feel so much better.
And then it's kind of a win for everybody.
It is.
I'm not encouraging anybody to make their spouse or partner or whoever angry just because you're like, man, this place needs picked up. I better, go say something about what they were yesterday. I don't recommend that.
No.
But if you see someone angry cleaning, just stay out of the way. Just leave them alone.
I work from home.
Let them do their thing.
I do all my crafting from home, and I stare at the house all day long, and I just get annoyed so easily. Chris is like, it's fine. We'll deal with it.
But you have teenagers, and then you just get annoyed all the time just looking at them.
I know.
I look at my kids and I get annoyed. And I love them to death, but
aw, me too.
There's times I look at them and I'm like, I'm not even gonna candying with you today, and you haven't even said anything, and I'm already over you.
Yeah.
And so, oh well, it happens.
We do love our kids. We do love them.
Yes. So, as always, let us know, what you guys want to see for next week. It's always easier when you guys give us ideas. Chrissy says, same here. I look for reasons to go shop.
That's a good idea.
Well, if you get rid of stuff, you got to replace it with stuff. So that might be some incentive to like organize your craft room and, make a small or large donation pile to your local Goodwill or church or wherever. Mm-hmm. And then you have space that needs to be filled.
And then you can come to Factory Direct Craft.
You go to factorydirectcraft.com and you buy a buttload of ribbons or paper mache boxes or florals or dollhouse miniatures or
whatever
I can keep going, but I'm not going to waste everyone's time naming all 41,000 products that we have in stock and online right here in Southwest Ohio, ready to ship. Everyone else is worried about tariffs and empty shelves. No empty shelves here. We literally have millions of dollars of inventory ready to ship now. So we're good. So.
Yeah, we got it all.
Oh, you're welcome, Linda. Always glad to see you here. Chrissy said I shop online from my car all the time.
that gets me in trouble.
I
do that.
I may or may not have ordered stuff while like sitting at a red light. We've done it.
Don't do that.
At a red light. Not while I'm driving. Not where I'm live. But there's been times I've dropped stuff in the Amazon cart. My wife's like, "Did you send the Amazon cart through?" And I'm like, And the next time I'm like at a red light or stopped at a train, I'm like, yep, ordered, sure, got it done. Bad. So Chrissy said I unloaded a truck of new metal last night.
He did. Chris was here later last night unloading new metal items. Aniston's over there watching because Chris had Aniston yesterday, so she has school. And she stayed. She watched Bluey and was telling him to stop running into things. And he was angry unloading, I guess, metal for an hour or so yesterday. But he got it done.
That's good. No one told me there was a truck here, although I had to take off at 3 to pick my daughter up from Kings Island for a school trip. So
He got it done.
Good job, Chris. Well, Chris and I will probably be angry unloading a paper mache container here. Because I think Pam said they'll probably call today or something.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's ready to be delivered tomorrow.
It gets it done quick.
And we'll get it. We'll get it done. So, well, everyone have a great weekend. Be safe. Michelle said, "Can you show off the new medal last week?" We can. Sure. I mean, we've done medal twice now in the last couple weeks, but there's still a lot more we haven't shown yet. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we can do that for sure. Unless if anyone else has anything else they want to see, we can cater to that as well. Beyond that, everyone have a safe weekend. It sounds like the weather's pretty nice near pretty much everybody, so hopefully it stays that way. Have a great weekend. Be safe. We'll see you guys next week.
Take care.
Bye.